All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the RAWW Live Show. First of all, I'm here with the one and only Mama Joe, Mom of the show, T.O., and myself, Frankie J. And what a week and a half it's been. First and foremost, thanks for being here, you two, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And thanks to all of the thousands of people that have been tuning into us here the last week and a half. It's been really overwhelming and awesome. So make sure you guys keep tuning in. We got a really big announcement today. After months and months of negotiations with agents, hairstylists, talent agents, managers, shoe shiners, everybody involved, after months of negotiations, we were finally able to lock in a new member of the family here at RAWW Live. A great guy. I've known him 20 years. He used to be my boss, and I always tell him that I was his favorite employee. He will say I was, but he's lying because I lied all the time too. But anyways, I'm going to introduce him right now. His name is Tommy D, and we're going to bring him up now.
Hey now.
If anybody hasn't picked up, he is a Sicilian Italian.
The soundtrack can be found at any Olive Garden near you.
So, Tommy D, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. And I want to thank your managers and everybody involved that were able to pull this together and make it happen for you to be on the best, most trending show on the internet right now.
Yeah, some of my, handlers, they were a bit, tough to deal with, but hey, we got through it. Forget about it.
Forget about it. I'm smoking a cigar. Tom's a chef, and he did come here, and before the show, we pre-partied with fresh made pizza and some chicken wings here from Buffalo and a good cigar. T.O., I think, fell off with the cigar a little bit. Not certain why. I don't think he's man enough to handle a cigar. T.O., why don't you go ahead and answer? Why aren't you cool with cigars?
I don't know. Probably because I inhaled. Don't inhale the cigar. No, it's been a long time since I had a cigar. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, did you like it?
I did.
Good for you.
I did.
Thank you, Tom. We'll have to find a cinnamon toast crunch one.
I think I would like a nice French toast cigar. If anybody out there could make one of those, or dip it in French toast mix.
Cinnamon toast crunch flavored cigars. You might be onto something, and that might be something.
It's probably exists somewhere.
You're definitely out there, buddy.
Oh, there's vanilla.
Well, that's what I'm smoking right now. It's a wussy cigar. I don't care. It looks cool.
Yeah, really.
What's Tom's favorite cigar?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean, what's your favorite cigar, Tom?
For a long time I smoked Padron 4000s. They were delicious. Never a bad draw on them. I don't smoke that many cigars. Of course, I'm in a non-smoking apartment, so
that'll do it.
But no, I don't smoke that many cigars. Occasionally, I enjoy one, and like right now tonight, I am, and so it's
forget about it.
Well, yeah, forget about it. Sometimes it means just forget about it.
Forget about it. Just relax. Good to relax after a nice pizza. Nice stiff drink.
Stiff drink. I don't drink.
No. Mama Joe, how come everybody that seems like when they get like thug like, they always have to sound like somebody from New York?
Right, or from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where they're sounding like they're from. So I don't know. That's interesting.
Well,
is it a little Tony Soprano? I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's from Jersey.
Yeah,
it's mafia related, I would think.
Well,
forget about it.
I did.
But
I did. I believe
Yeah.
the company I worked for, that was the best time of my life is when they owned them.
But they were all controlled out of New York.
That's right.
New York.
Makes sense.
New York.
The five families.
I thought the five families don't exist no more.
Well,
I don't think they
quiet.
do.
Everything's quiet.
What did you say, T?
Shh. Hey, forget about it.
Tom's got more of a scoop on this. He was just recently released from the the witness protection program over here.
Yeah, so now I'm showing my face everywhere, huh?
Hey, hey, same with the old dudes. He
You know,
looks like a fucking skeleton.
Because
Now.
all the old guys are gone now, so
Forget about it.
Yeah.
now I watch people looking for me.
Well, they won't find you here.
Join the club.
They might find you here because everybody knows I'm here. I get stalked.
Yeah. Who's this rat, Tommy D?
Teal.
What?
I'll tell you. You're a fun guy.
I know that.
You're a funny guy, and
What have you got on the list for the show?
I got something I want to bring up here for you, and it's about the Kansas City mass shooting, and you have quite a dispute about it. You have your feelings and opinions about it, and that's why I'm like, this is all you, because there's gonna. I think this might create a little bit of a heat. So why don't you
tell me what you think happened?
I want you to tell me what you say happened. You know.
Well, I think we're not hearing about it as much as we would have if this would have been a white shooter. I mean, clearly, we haven't heard a thing about it. The guy shot how many people? You just told me 23. 23 people. That's a mass shooting to me, and it's not over the news. It's not all over the news. It's nowhere to be found anymore. And I mean, you could say, oh, but they're minors, this and that. Well, Kyle, what's his name, was a minor. He was 17 years old when they were parading him all over the news like And did he do bad? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he did. But either way, he was a minor. So are these, and they're not, I mean, it's not anywhere. They're trying to say it was one against each other. You shoot 23 times at somebody? How bad are you? Drop the gun and fist fight. That's what I would say. Go back to the old style.
All right. Well, here's where I'm confused. If I can jump in here,
it was a mass shooting.
I agree with you fully, but there was also word or news that kind of trickled down that I heard that people were saying it wasn't considered a premeditated mass shooting. It was just 2 or 3 people that had disagreement and started to open fire on each other. But like you said, and I agree with you fully, if 23 people are shot, 1 dies, that is a mass fucking shooting.
You were shooting at the guy right across from you and you missed and hit 23 other people. What the hell you want me to believe that? Honestly? You honestly want me to believe that? Let's be real. There's a fight between me and you. You're running away, but I hit 23 other people and I don't hit you.
Okay, let me respond to that since we're going to be brawling. What I say is that you got young kids that don't know how to fire a gun properly, and they spray and pray. They just try to. People are running around and they're trying to hit who they want to hit. So by default, other people get hit, therefore creating what's called a mass shooting. But it wasn't what they are calling a premeditated, somebody that planned to go there and just
shoot people.
I set a target up, a gosh darn rabbit, and you shoot a spread pattern. I guarantee you one of those bullets hits the thing you were aiming for. I can almost guarantee you. You're not that bad.
Well,
I don't know.
People were all wearing.
To me, it's a mass shooting either way, even if he was aiming for that one person.
Fair enough.
You killed all those people. It's a terrorist act, and where everybody's trying to have a good ass time. That's why I'm glad we didn't win it here. The freaking city would have burned.
Yeah, grease poles and everything. Tommy D, what do you think about this mass shooting there in Kansas City?
I really don't have much thought on it. Sorry, guys. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's too bad that it seems like nowadays you can't settle anything without without a gun. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible that this happened. It seems like it's become not seems like it's become more frequent, and it's like I don't know if there's an answer out there right now. I obviously there isn't. That's just my how I'm feeling.
It's a great point you bring up. I talked on a show maybe a couple years ago, where somebody brought on a 30-year vet of the feds or detective. He's been in the police force forever, and it was asked to him, all these mass shootings, it's so crazy, and this and that and the other thing. And he goes, mass shootings have been happening for years and years and years. Only thing that's changed is social media is making more people aware. So everyone's more aware. Like back in the 80s, 70s, 90s, even there weren't cell phones being taken pictures and being sent through the internet. Internet was new. So you would hear about a mass shooting maybe 2 or 3 days later after it hit the papers. It wasn't being splattered on your live feeds. Anyone agree?
So
Disagree?
you think it's like the streaker at the football game, where if you just stop showing them, it'll go away?
What?
I disagree.
Well, you know how the streakers started. They wanted famous at the football game, so they started streaking out in the field so they can get their 5 minutes of fame.
Mm.
They stopped covering that. You used to see it live. They used to video it. Now they take it off.
Why?
Why? Because they don't want to give that guy his 5 minutes of fame. That's what I'm saying. So do we stop covering this kind of stuff and just let it go? And does it disappear?
I mean,
No.
All right,
No.
Joanne, take over.
Well, no, there's not. I think you're partially correct that there were mass shootings before we had all this social media, before we had satellites and all of that. But I think it's a little more prominent than it was 40, 50 years ago. Do I want to blame it on medications being given to a lot of these young people? Do I want to blame it on mental illness? Because, I'm sorry. Guns kill, people don't. Or what is it? No, people kill, guns don't. Whatever it is you gun.
Get your shit.
I'm pro gun. Okay.
I'm pro everything.
So, there's a lot of mental illness out there, and we're living in a really pretty yucky arena right now. And so I think it's more prevalent, but we're also more populated. That's the whole thing too. There's more of a population. Our population growth has gone so high, and lots of people on top of each other, especially, let's say, if you're in New York City, is very different than like where you guys live. Very different.
People are on top of each other here sometimes. I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah, the football game.
it's funny because there was a lot less people back then, but they were all together. Now there's a lot more people, but everybody's isolated. Nobody talks anymore. Nobody goes.
Nobody talks. Okay, now I'll get you on that one.
Village,
Okay.
the village atmosphere is gone.
Well, right. The village atmosphere is gone. The family atmosphere is gone. I mean, our family units have really broken down from, years before. And we're also not talking to each other because we can't talk to each other. I mean, people who have different views can't talk to each other. I mean, they really can't. We are not living we are so divided right now. It's ridiculous.
I'm going to jump in on that comment.
Good.
When you said because people don't agree with each other or whatever. That's kind of the reason what happened a week and a half ago was because somebody didn't believe in what we believed in, or we didn't believe in what they believed in.
I'm going to shoot you.
And then shit splatters and hits the fan, and we're the founding fathers of all this happening. So again, that was a perfect statement, Joanne. That was good. Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's tough. It's tough. We're living in tough times. I don't know.
Yeah. Tom, you were talking about that a little bit on how, you've been living alone for the first time in your whole life for the last couple of years. And it's been quite an adjustment. And Tom and I were talking specifically about how adjusting to it is hard, and we almost isolate on accident. You want to elaborate?
Yeah, it's, boy. I mean, I was married 45 years to a wonderful woman.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
great mom, it's helped, unfortunately I lost her going on 2 years now, but doing stuff like this, getting out there, just trying to keep your mind fresh, and just talking. I mean, Frankie and I talk quite a bit, and just talking sometimes is healing. I was telling Todd and I were, T.O. and I were talking earlier about, music. I mean, just music, how much it means to me, and how much it heals. It's such a healing, I don't know, medicine or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I listened to a lot of music, a lot. I grew up with the Beatles and things. Music of the '60s, '70s. And it's just I listen to a lot of that because just that's what I gravitate to. Of course, '60s. I mean, here at 7 years old, I'm watching a president get buried. And I'm wondering why.
Do you remember that day?
Oh, I absolutely do. Of course,
Okay.
it didn't go live like it would now.
Oh, but it was pretty. Wait. Okay, since well, Tommy, you and I are the same age range.
Yeah,
and it did somewhat go live because I was home making believe I was sick watching Bachelor Father. Do you remember that TV show?
Well,
And I'm like, oh wow, the TV show's on, and it happened at 3:00, and they stopped the show, and they then said President Kennedy has just been shot.
yeah.
So it wasn't as we are today, but it was out there. I remember exactly where I was.
Yeah.
Just like you remember exactly where 9/11 was,
Yeah.
where you were when 9/11 occurred. But back to your point about the 60s and about I'm sorry for your loss, because it's hard, very hard. I mean, and I think in this day and age, we have a tendency to isolate a little bit more because we have all this stuff at our fingertips. I waste time on Instagram. It's ridiculous. And my husband and I do it together. I mean, I've married 40 years, or not married 40 years, but, he can be more isolation than I am because I am more social. And that's what you have to do. Music heals the soul, right, Tio?
That's what I put in my little bio there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Tio.
Music to me, as it can heal the soul, I believe it's something as like a sorcery, because it can do a lot of things. It can do what Tom says, and it can be good and healing, but it can also bring it down a darker path if you let it.
That's right. That's right. Well, look, what was it? Who were the religious people that said that music was bad for you? I mean, come on, remember Footloose? The movie?
Footloose. That one?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
But that was because, music was considered evil.
I'm dead set that
still is. You ever listen to Disturbed?
Well, I think music
I love
music moved those rocks.
You know how many songs Disturbed I have on my playlist for hating my second wife?
See?
Like when I'm mad,
Oh God.
That'll do it.
Hell yeah.
Music is.
Hell yeah, brother.
If I forget my speaker at work, I go home and I go get it.
But you like the slow elevator music, like Aaron Neville. You're an Aaron
I
Neville
like
guy.
everything. I just put it on shuffle and let it play. I like songs I've never heard before, to be honest.
But you like James Taylor.
I'm starting to like opera songs because I don't know what the hell they're saying, and I actually now I understand what the frick that guy in prison, that prison movie means when he said, "I just love that music because I didn't understand what the hell that lady was saying." But
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank, but that sucking song meant
It
so much.
didn't matter what they were saying, but for that moment,
everybody
was quiet and still,
and everyone knew what she was singing about.
Yeah,
and that's
music is moving.
Yeah, that's what I like, because I've heard a lot of songs. Obviously I grew up in the 90s. I still like R&B, rap, and all that stuff. But I heard all that 75,000 times. I like to hear things I've never heard before.
Well, then, do you listen to any 60s or 70s?
Yes, I know a lot. Yeah, I pretty much.
James Taylor.
60s, I know a lot of.
Aren't you a James Taylor fan? You said you can't get through an album without crying.
I would challenge anyone to get through 3 songs and not tear up.
Theo challenge.
Well,
if you can get through 3 James Taylor songs in a row without crying, you win a prize. What would the prize be?
Probably a CD.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll make him cry, but I don't know. To me, that's just
me the greatest James Taylor song. I mean, a lot of them, but Fire and Rain.
Fire and Rain.
Well, that's
I mean,
that's infamous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a lot of them. Copper Line by that other guy. Oh, that's a great song too.
Forget about it.
Because that don't bring you to tears.
There's a couple of songs that bring me to tears. I just don't remember what they are until they're on.
Yeah.
I'm just weird like that. Like a song will hit me and I have to pull over and cry, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good, and I put on Disturb.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Sometimes when I'm at the gym, I kind of like, could you please stop playing this head banging music?
Well, the one Disturbed song I like starts out, drowning deep in my sea of loathing.
Some of those guys have like the greatest art guitarists.
Well, they have to
When
because
they do the solos.
yeah. Like, blah, 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 blah.
And then when they go that song.
Hello,
How do they do that?
darkness,
That's
my old
amazing.
friend.
But then they do the great guitar, like, and you're like, "Wow, that dude's got some talent." And then they scream
That's
again.
Simon and Garfunkel.
No, it's not.
Yes, hello, darkness, my old
Oh,
friend.
that song, yeah, yeah, that's a good. '60s
The
had some good music.
Graduate.
The '60s, you listen to those songs; they're all about sex, and they couldn't just say it like they can now. They had to go beat
Oh.
around the bush.
Yeah.
And that takes
Beat
a lot
around the
more.
bush.
Young girl. What would happen if Young Girl came out?
yeah.
Get out of my mind.
Yeah.
My
This-
love for you is
Hey,
way
Roy,
out of line.
I need Roy Orbison stuff. Forget about it.
You said
Those
get around
words,
the
it's like I start it's really funny. I do have to digress. Well, not digress, but I'm really more of a rock. Okay. Classic rock. But then all of a sudden, because I have Sirius FM, I switched to 60s just out of whatever. And I'm like, I know all the words to these songs. And then I'm listening to the words, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Crystal Blue Persuasion.
Somebody said around the bush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that takes talent.
Oh, what about Lola?
Because they wouldn't allow that on the radio back then.
No, but Lola, she walks like
You can pick
talks
almost
like
every
a
song.
man. Oh my God.
Yeah, walks like a man.
Yep.
There's your Pink
La
song.
la 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 Lola.
All right, I'm taking over here.
Sorry, Pink.
Go ahead.
Alicia Moore, formerly known as Pink. I think she's sexy and beautiful. Okay, is she muscular and strong? Yes, because she's a gymnast and she swings around arenas at 100 feet in the air and does all these acrobatic stuff and exercises. I think she's sexy. I like her hair. I would marry her tomorrow if she would dump that motocross clown she's with. But I think she's very sexy. If anybody out there has anything they want to say, definitely send in comments. We do see the comments and we'll address them at some point in the show. But if anybody out there thinks that Pink is not sexy or good looking, definitely message in, because I'm obviously blind. I know I got a really bad right eye, but I can see. I think she's hot. You know,
Can
whatever.
I interject on my Pink story?
Speaking of
Did
your
you
eye,
hear
real
my
quick,
Pink story?
Go.
hold on.
Okay,
real
well,
quick.
we know about my kids, so we were doing something in LA, and what? No.
Go.
Yes,
No.
go. Oh, okay. And my son wanted to do trapeze, and it was called New York Trapeze. This is in Santa Monica. We go in there. I'm saying it really fast, so follow me. And we go in there, and apparently there's a woman there, and she's singing. And I look at her and I go, "Oh, wow, you have a really nice voice." My son comes out and he goes, "Ma, we can't do this now because it's being taken by Pink because she's doing a video." And I was like, I just said to Pink, "You have a really nice voice." And she goes, "Oh, why, thank you." I mean, it was incredible. So she's really a very nice person.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And she's hot.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
think she's I mean, I'm not of that crystal blue persuasion, but
Persuasion.
but she's she is, and she's nice. That's
Yeah.
the thing. She's really
Nice.
nice person. Makes a
Yeah.
diff.
She's nice.
So, anyways, Joann, moving on here. Something happened locally with you, and the reason I picked you for this bit is because you're in New York City, outside Port Washington. We all know. This most recent issue with one of those migrants that was arrested for beating the shit out of an NYPD officer. It's no more good way to put it. Beat the shit out of him. Released with no bail, and
That's
then
right.
what was it? 2 weeks later, he got arrested again.
He got
for-
arrested for stealing in Macy's.
Jesus, what
Mhm.
did they end up doing with him?
Well, let's see. It says right here, and this is dated February 15th, updated. One of the migrants, blah, 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 blah. Oh,
Google.
goodness gracious. Police sources said video surveillance footage of a suspect with dyed blonde hair at Macy's appeared to match the image of the same man who allegedly took part in the Times Square attack on January 27th. Hours after the alleged robbery, officers spotted Gomez Ezequiel at the Times Square public subway entrance at West 41st Street and 7th Avenue just before midnight. NYPD officials said the group of suspects tried to steal items and punched, you were right, and kicked a loss prevention officer who attempted to stop them. The suspects then fled, running off with just over $600 worth of clothing. But wait a minute, did you know in Walmart that you can steal $700 and they don't arrest you? Did you know that?
Well, they want, you know why? Because
I heard
anything
something.
over 1,000 is a felony, so they don't
Oh.
waste their time.
So they don't waste their time. Okay, so he was charged with robbery and petty larceny.
I wish I
Great.
would have that when I had no money.
You don't even have to, when they check your receipts, you don't even have to show them anything.
Well, they're 80 years old. What are they going to do?
No, you just don't have to. That's,
You don't have
that's the
to.
law, actually.
If they want to check
It's-
my cart, then they can push it out to my car and load my car for me.
But I'm
Gosh.
going to go back to the no bail,
Okay.
which
back
is
to
really
the
from our Mayor de Blasio.
point.
And I will also say that part of the reason they instituted the no bail was not because they were concerned that people couldn't afford the bail. It was because they couldn't keep all of the criminals that they were getting in Rikers Island. They could not handle it. So that's why they did the no bail. And somebody can call me on that. But that's really that is the real reason. And then you also, all right, now I'll lead into why cops don't do anything that much anymore, because there are so many lawsuits against New York City Police Department because of Black Lives Matter on false arrests. So we're, no offense, I will say it, New York City's fucked. Okay,
Let them in.
there you go. That's right. Let them in.
Close the schools. Put them in the schools. Kids don't need to go to school. Just put the migrants there.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
remote, which didn't work. Especially when they said they weren't calling on the snow day, they weren't having remote. There was a snow day, and instead of saying, you know what, everybody just stay home. This was 2 or 3 weeks ago. The mayor said, no, do remote work. You can do remote school. So it's not a day taken away from the school budget.
Well, here's my way of thinking. All these people are not good people that are bringing in. Some
Send them
Most.
home.
probably are, okay? But why? I could go into a school today and probably hide there all night. No one would know I was even there. Why the heck are we bringing these people and just saying, here, you can stay here for the night? How do you even know you accounted for all of them? One could
Oh,
be
yeah.
hiding anywhere. You don't know. Why would bring them to a school of all places? Bring them somewhere else.
Where else?
No, bring them out to where they're out here on Long Island.
It just seems dangerous.
It's a problem.
Ugh, I'm tired of the problem. I hate problems.
We're all immigrants. We all came from other places. I understand that.
You're damn Skippy.
But there's a problem right now.
Well, right up
I
the
don't know
road
what to
from
do
us.
about it. I have no idea. That's why we need forums. We need people to talk about it and figure out what to do. Because clearly there's an issue. And then when they attack people,
And then they let go free.
well, they let them go free. But we say, hey, they ganged up on them. Well, of course they did. They all came here together. Why wouldn't they? If I came with you, all those miles, I'd feel like you're part of my family. I got to protect you. So yeah, they're going to do that to us. That's why we don't understand. And I watched one of I brought this up on a different episode about the Chinese buying up all our farmland. Your hero, Dr. Phil, just brought it up on a podcast,
My hero.
and it's very strategic.
The
The
asshole.
Chinese,
Yeah, but that's not really true. I don't know if that's really true. Is that one of Todd's conspiracy theories? Because it's not China they're buying up the farmland. I'm not quite sure about that. A lot of the
Yeah, they're
farmland has
and the farmland they're buying,
All right, calm down.
the farmland they're buying
Can't help
is next to our military bases.
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
Well, that was an old one. That's really an old
They're
conspiracy
still
theory.
buying it. It's not a conspiracy. It's true. Look it up.
I am right now, except do you
I
trust
just
Google?
watched Dr. Phil, and if you trust him with your life, he doesn't even
Well,
talk. about stuff.
He trusts. Okay, keep in mind.
And even he said, yeah, we have tons of farmland. True. In the grand schemes of it, it doesn't look like it's a lot, but it is, and it's concerning farmers. And then the place where they send the rice to is Chinese owned too. So what happens if they say they don't want to buy it anymore? The farmers said we're fucked. There's nothing we could do.
Oh, you know who owns the most U.S. farmland?
Well, yeah, it's, Canada.
Thank you. Good. All right. You know your shit.
Yeah, I do. Canada owns a lot of it too. I mean, they do, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
they do.
China's not, and they're buying it strategically next to the bases, which is very
Well,
weird.
that I heard a long time ago. That's not new.
Interesting. Tommy D, you've been a little quiet over there.
He's learning a lot of this for the
enjoying
first time.
Everybody's just listening to the banter.
We're bantering.
We're bantering.
Sitting here still disturbed at how Todd thinks that pink isn't hot. I'm dreaming
Do you
about
need
her.
me to explain? I just don't want anybody that can bench more than me.
I just want to hug.
I
her.
like a nice
I want to hug.
girl.
She is a girl.
You
I
mean that's
wanna-
why you don't like her?
No, I said she's very nice. That's why I'm not attracted to her.
Oh, because she can bench more than you?
She's
Man,
a
you
little too big for me. I don't want a big girl. I don't want a big,
But
strong
she's
girl.
not big.
She's like
She's
5'3".
pretty big, Joanne. She'd crush my head in 2 seconds.
I did.
I don't want that. I want to dance with you. Now you pirouetting me.
She's a great dancer. She could throw me around. I would love it.
Yeah, she was great on the you
Think-
know trapeze 15 years ago.
She
I'm old
flies
school.
100
I want to be dipping her.
She claims that she can sing better upside down.
That's a good thing.
I used to try to
For
eat
me,
an apple
anyways.
upside
I'm trying
down.
I'm trying new things in life. I wouldn't mind that.
Eat an apple upside down.
I don't want to
Oh
eat that.
God, eat anything upside down.
Defy gravity.
Defy gravity. I swear, if anybody out there agrees with me, I asked his mother if he was dropped on his head when he was born because he goes
I
out with
can't
the
tell you the truth.
conspiracy.
There's no way.
You're calling your own mom a liar?
She has to say no. I understand. I don't even ask the question.
Well, why would she tell you?
I don't know.
You slipped out. You got a size 15 shoe and you weigh 110 pounds.
Yeah, hopefully I came out foot first.
And you believe in Sasquatch.
I do.
And
You don't?
no, I don't.
How
So
come? No proof?
there's no skeletal proof
Oh,
like
boy.
dinosaurs. They can find dinosaur bones from however many million years ago, but they can't find a Sasquatch skeleton. Come on.
Okay.
Forget about it. What
Well,
about you,
maybe
Tom?
he never died.
75,000 sightings, million sightings, and everyone's a liar.
They are. They're all weird.
Apparently.
There's proof of Sasquatch right here. Look
See?
at that, you know,
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Vaccine.
Oh, come on.
Joanne, that's post-vaccine. He had a
It
swimmer's
is.
body
Well,
before.
Wait. What's post-vaccine?
oh,
Come on,
it's
come on.
here because it's from Carpathian gorillas, and you know, and
It's Moderna.
it's grown on the eastern side of the Carpathian Mountains, not the western side where it's sunnier. And there's a conspiracy thing right there for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well, and you said you got Fred Flintstone feet, and right
I
away
do.
Todd goes because it's got the vaccine.
I do.
Is it because of the vaccine?
Diabetes.
Could be.
Diabetes.
Maybe they grew a little bit more.
I crimped my feet. I was telling the story yesterday on how when I was in high school, I was actually a size 11 and a half shoe. And I'd get 11 and a half, but within months they'd break in and they'd almost feel like they got bigger. So I finally decided I don't want to have to crank my shoes really tight, like they're really too big. So I decided to go down a shoe size, and I actually did the Asian crimping on my own. I'm down to a size 10 now, and I can tell I did because I have no pinky toe nails.
Shapers. Shoes are the worst thing you could ever put on your feet.
Okay,
I agree
come
with
on,
that.
man. All right.
Everything I
like
say
my flip-flops.
is fact.
Well, back up.
Back up what?
Oh, that was the dumbest statement I think I've ever heard you say.
Why?
That the worst thing you could put on your feet is shoes. How is that? How is it? What?
It is.
How?
I don't
How?
have all the facts, but
No, you don't. That was
it is a
I
fact.
put shoes on just to cover them up.
Well,
You don't
self-conscious.
want to see these.
If we go back in
Society don't
history
want to see these.
where we didn't wear feet, people had better conditioned feet.
well, they had calloused feet.
Okay. It's better. It's more healthy. It grounds you, first off, if we want to get in that regards. Grounds you to the earth.
Mm,
You feel more at one
Mm.
piece.
mm.
Not to mention you don't Barbie crimp and curl your feet over there.
Mm.
I don't know. Shoes can cause a lot of problems.
Did you say Barbie crimp?
Well, you said crimp. Don't you remember the Barbie crimp and curls?
I never played with Barbies, man. Something's coming out right now. I think you should shut
I
up.
had a sister.
Did you? No, you played with
That's
Barbie.
right. When you have a sister, you play with dolls if you're a guy. And then you're gonna now let's get on to the subject here.
Prove it. Prove it.
You guys just rolled right into it. Just because a guy plays with Barbie dolls doesn't mean he's gay, doesn't mean he's transgender. It means he's playing with dolls. Let him be.
I didn't say anything about gender or anything. I just said he's.
You just made it. You intimated.
Well,
I did
G.I.
not.
Joe could beat the crap out of Ken.
Yeah, he could. You
Sure.
insinuated.
How? Batman could kick his ass
The
too.
word sin is in there.
Sin what? Where?
Insinuated.
Insinuated.
Is that a conspiracy, Todd?
Yes.
Could be. Words have meanings.
Well, no shit. There's a Webster dictionary, you idiot.
They originate from somewhere.
Yeah, and not you.
No, definitely not me. I just use them.
Yeah, well, you try, you try to, but you hit. I mean, you do realize you have a reserved parking spot in the studio, right? Do we have to remind people?
Why do you think shoes make your feet better? They're not worse.
Oh Jesus!
Come on.
How do you answer, Tom?
What?
No. I'm going to answer.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
ask you a question.
Mom.
Don't you feel better in the summertime because you're not confining your feet to shoes? Don't
Sure
you
do.
like really walking barefoot better when the conditions are amenable? Don't you like walking your feet in the sand, although you people don't live like by the ocean? So, I mean, some people, they have things with their feet because it's the confining of the shoes. So I'm going to stick with Todd on this one.
Wow, Todd. You have got yourself a fan, a groupie over here.
I mean,
She's
I
grouping
just
on you.
asked the question, give her a little bit of my take.
Maybe she feels bad.
She can make her own mind up.
That's right.
I'm certain she can. That's what she does.
I
Some
just was
people have
asking.
prettier feet. Maybe you got pretty feet.
No, I definitely don't.
Feet are ugly, but yeah, there are some people that have pretty,
do. Nice
like being a skater. I mean, Frankie, I mean, come on, you were a hockey player. I bet you your feet looked horrible in
My
those days.
My feet look actually pretty good now. I cut my toenails on time. They're not hanging over the sides and digging in, and I don't have to plan a month ahead to fucking cut my toenails.
Just let them break on their own.
Oh, I got the power shear, man. Like those clippers, like if you miss, you're cutting shit off. If you miss the nail, it's no joke.
What, you got a Sawzall?
Feet are sick.
Manual, yeah, hand powered Sawzall, and it's like I have to plan ahead. I literally have to. Oh, I know they got to get done, but I don't do it today. Maybe tomorrow.
I can barely reach my feet anymore.
Join the club.
Back hurts so bad.
So how did you cut your toenails?
Got to get a sock helper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do cut them
When
I can reach them.
what do you use to cut your toenails with?
You don't get a pedicure?
You know what's sad about those? They always break in my hand. Does anyone else have this problem?
You got to get the strong ones like I got. They're like goddamn meat cleavers, man. They're like big.
I think I broke like 2
Bolt
pairs.
cutters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the biggies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll take your finger off if you're not careful.
Mm.
They're strong, man. They got spring loaded. Man, you miss. Whew.
I did get the spring one because I remember that piece flying by me as it broke.
One time I was
I'll
dating.
never find that.
When I cut my nails, they go flying. And one time I was dating this girl and I cut my toenail. And all of a sudden she's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Your toenail just went in my drink."
Oh,
boy.
That shit in the bathroom. I'm like,
Definitely.
I can't do it in the bathroom because I can't sit. Like I would sit on the couch and pull my foot up on my lap.
Put a stool in there.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't bend and flex that way.
They say
But
you should
man,
go with a stool anyways with your legs popped up.
are you talking about when you take a shit?
Yeah.
So when you take a shit,
Yeah, you should plop your legs up on a stool. I don't know why. Less pressure, maybe. Look it up. It's true. Try it.
Try what?
Just try it on your own.
Are you talking the squatty potties?
I don't know.
Like
I know
where you
some
take-
people who just go right
well,
on the
humans
feet.
humans are natural. We're supposed to be natural squatters.
Yeah, you're
Supposed to be
go
healthier
against a
for
tree.
us.
It's supposed to be healthier, less pressure on the old
Yep.
muscle there.
Yep.
You're supposed to just
Uh-oh. I can't hear. What happened?
For com-
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh. What did you do?
nothing.
I couldn't hear for a minute.
You maybe need to go to the doctor.
testing. Maybe
1,
you
2,
did
3.
something.
Maybe testing.
No, I
testing.
did nothing.
Are you hallucinating? Did you do a microdose today?
A lot of people doing those these days.
I want to try it.
You should.
I want to get a real big hit of acid and just trip balls one night by myself.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't know why.
It's
I
illegal.
don't think so.
Lately, I've been wanting to eat mushrooms or take acid just one time to see if it makes me feel better.
I know a place where you can pick them.
You got a cow in your backyard?
Nope.
Where do you get them?
I don't want to divulge my secrets, but it's real close.
Do you have to pick them off the shit, or is it
No,
off a table?
just got to be there at the right time.
Ooh.
Know what you're looking for too. Don't anybody ever go pick mushrooms and eat them. It's the worst thing you could ever do, actually.
Are you speaking
And,
from
and always
experience?
boil them.
Why? Well, how long you got to dry them for?
I don't know. I'm not a mushroom expert,
Yeah,
to
no.
be quite honest, but I know you can eat that chicken of the
Chicken of the sea?
chicken of the woods one.
Chicken of the sea?
Grows on the side of the tree, and it looks like a big piece of chicken. That's actually supposed to be really good, and that's not a hard one
Where
to
do you
find.
come up with this?
Wow.
I don't know. It's true.
Oh.
Mushroom hunting is actually really a big thing. I'd like to join a club, but there's so much you have to learn because you could die with a little, even just by touching some of them.
Sure. Well, it's like that.
But I was watching, actually, I was in the park, and I seen this lady, a Korean lady, and she had that cool hat on that we were talking about last show.
Oh, the rice patty hat?
Rice patty hat, and she had a picnic basket. And I go up to her, I go, oh, what are you picking? Acorns? No, mushroom. I go, mushrooms? She goes, yeah, I go, oh, you got like the trippy kind. She goes, trippy kind? I go, wow, really? She goes, yeah, I had those. And then she said she has other ones real good for cooking. And I had about a 5-minute conversation about them. It really got me interested, actually, because it was right there. I mean, you just got to look and know what time of the season to look for them. But you got to be really careful.
Interesting. But I do want to eat some mushrooms soon. I don't know why. I don't know. I just want to lay around and be like, and just see if like watching TV is actually cool for once. And when it buffers all the time, it might actually look cool.
I haven't done that in years.
Yeah, we should try it. We should trip on a show. Let's microdose on a show. Would
No
you be down
more.
with Tommy D? Will you on microdose?
Too old.
New.
Your mind
You
gets
grate
different.
them.
No, that's the worst.
I blend
too.
them up in orange juice, so you don't have to taste. They taste like shit because they grow on shit. So I take them and I blend them in an orange juice with a hand blender, bloop, and the vitamin C actually encourages and initiates visuals. So I could be like and have trails going on. It would probably be a great day.
They're actually really easy to grow.
Well, why don't we try it?
Because it's illegal, actually.
What isn't?
Most things that are fun.
Yeah, true. No more fun. Like you said in Omicron Queen.
Yeah.
You busted that one out. That was funny. That was some
Once in
hilarious
a
shit.
while, I come up with a few.
Yeah, we got a new
That was
challenge.
very good.
We gave Tio a new song. He's gonna come up with a new jingle for our next episode that's coming up. And by the way, I do want to mention that Tommy D is here for today, but next week he's getting the shoulder surgery on the 29th, so he won't be in the studio with us on the 28th. And we will keep tabs on him while he recovers via phone. It'll be fun. We'll be able to check in on Tommy D and hear him grunting in pain, and it's his good arm too, which really sucks for him.
Yeah, because he won't be able to tackle anybody like that guy tackled the guy in Kansas City.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'll tackle like the NFL tackles.
yeah, just run by him.
Well, you run by him, let the guy get a little bit past you, and then dive at his ankles and miss. It's a classic NFL tackle.
Sounds like the Bill secondary.
Ooh,
It's fixed. It's
pow,
fixed, Tom.
pow,
Oh,
scripted.
Mahomes is just that good. Let's get real.
yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, I don't know. He is very good. He is the best in the league. But what does
Who?
that mean when
Who?
the games are fixed?
Pat Mahomes.
What does that really mean?
I'm the best because of Candy Reid. Well, we've had him on before. We'll try to maybe poke out to him in a few weeks and see if we can get him back on, do a follow up, and try to be friendly to him this time because we pretty much told him to piss off last time
Well,
he
he
was
only
on.
has 30 seconds. You can only say so much.
Well, I can say a lot in 30 seconds. Believe me. Ask any judge around.
Plead your case.
Plead my case. What case? Why am I even here? I don't remember last night. That's why I'm in cuffs. You're supposed to tell me why I'm here. I don't remember.
was the mushrooms.
Probably. Those were fun. I used to love those. I remember
Gotta
one.
be, you know what it is about those things?
What?
Because acid can be used really as a good. I mean, that's why they invent it. Well, it probably was for military, because usually they invent all these things for military so they could just keep going and going. But I think acid was really opens the mind, and it was good for depression, kind of like MDMA was. That was their first attempt at.
Oh, right. That's what I meant. MDMA, not kratom.
Yes. So I think, like, I don't know. It's got to be used in the correct setting, like anything. God didn't put anything on this planet that sucks. You just have to use it in the right manner.
Wow, now we're getting religious over here. Holy. Hey,
Or higher power, whatever you want to say. I don't know.
Do you want to pray?
No, but you can ask me. People have died before and they come back and tell their stories. Are they lying? I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, Aaron Rodgers went to a dark tent and probably ate a bunch of mushrooms.
Well,
and
those
acid.
people that do ayahuasca in a group, they see the same goddamn thing. All 10 of them, 20 of them. They see the same thing. Is that a coincidence?
What do they see?
A lot of them see these weird elves. I mean, you laugh, but it's true. I don't know what the hell that means.
Well, that means they
But
see
why
elves.
is everybody seeing the same things?
Because they're probably in the same dosage.
That makes no sense.
Sure it
Everybody
does.
has their own minds.
Yeah, they do.
When your mind and they all say the same thing happen, it's a little strange.
A little bit.
Yeah. The
But-
universe is an amazing thing. I don't believe we die. I believe our body dies, but I think your soul lives on. You never ever actually really die.
I believe that. Unless you're the devil, like people we
The
know.
devil doesn't die either.
Oh, no. Well, the devil's workshop dies as they fail. When the devil's workshop workers fail, they get put to death.
This is the
So-
playground.
Do you believe in reincarnation, or do you believe that everybody's soul is just around?
I don't know.
Okay.
That I struggle with because as brought up Catholic, I don't know.
Well,
Reincarnation
Catholics don't
as
believe in reincarnation.
Do you believe
I
in?
believe you go home. I believe you feel wanted there, and I believe everything's okay. I don't know.
You're making me want to cry, man.
Good for you.
Some deep shit going.
Yeah, I almost teared up too. But no, that's what I believe. I don't know. Whatever happens, but this isn't it.
What isn't it?
This world, that we live in, this reality right here.
That's a song. This is it, right? Isn't that a song?
Yeah, it is. But I said this isn't it.
Doobie, is it the Doobie Brothers? No, this is it.
The Doobie Brothers.
Sometimes I think maybe this is our last chance.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's an interesting concept.
Well, I'm not going to live that much longer.
You don't know that.
I'm 45 years old. I got maybe 40 left.
Well,
By the time
Oh, 40?
Well,
Okay, well then you know what that means? Oh shit, I'm in trouble if you think you've got 45 left. But I know I am anyway, so
you've been in trouble a long time.
the fact that we're even
Mama
here
Joe.
right now speaking is against odds.
Is that a Phil Collins song that you've been listening
Against
to?
all
All
odds is a great song, but
It sure is.
yes,
The,
it
the
is.
chances of us being born is astronomically insane.
Well, I guess it's getting a little deep here.
Oh, life is deep.
It's deep.
What
Well,
do you guys believe out there in the Raw Live community?
Yeah. What
I
is
like to
your
know.
thoughts?
I mean, because
Oh, for real.
believe me, if you're an atheist, I think that has to. You can't be an atheist without the existence of God.
Ooh.
Your whole thing is because then you believe in morality, and morality is already you're getting into God.
Man, you are coming up with some words today. Did you study today?
No, I just I haven't worked in 2 nights. I got a lot of sleep. I feel good.
Jeepers. All right, Tommy, we're going to ask you about this because I know that you got some background in the way of.
I can't believe what just happened here. He's like, what?
Okay.
Oh my God!
Who's calling the numbers
I'm
tonight?
just enjoying watching the people watch here.
Who's calling the numbers tonight, Teal?
The bingo numbers for
Yeah.
Tom?
we thought it was bingo night for a minute over here. That was against you too, Joanne. You're not.
That's why, and what I was talking about, that's why with our next topic of Taylor Swift, that's why I think she did a good thing. You may think it's a little,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Joanne, you had brought up to me and it actually sickened me, and you had mentioned that Taylor Swift had the kindness of her little skinny and harmless heart donated $100,000 to the victims of the Kansas City mass shooting. $100,000 divided by 23 people is like $4,000. I mean, to me, listen, if I get shot, first and foremost, the last thing I'm worried about is freaking money coming at me. I just want to live, okay, and feel better and get good painkillers. But
But
isn't
I
that sort of a slap in the face when you got billions of dollars. You give somebody $4,000. Well, here, I'm going to help you out. $4,000 is like 2 months fucking mortgage.
I don't know. I think she gave it to because it was one person that died. And I think she gave it to the person's family that died. So I don't think she gave it to all the other people that got shot at. However, I still think $100,000 is not a lot of money for somebody who's worth $1 billion.
$1 billion.
So, you know, I think it was more of a publicity stunt than anything else.
Yeah,
because if you really cared, give a $500,000. I mean, what's $1 billion? You're worth $1 billion and you're 30 what years old?
And you give somebody $4,000. Here, I hope this makes you feel better.
No, that's false.
What?
No, that's false. I think it was
one person
she gave it to.
$100,000.
Only one person got money?
The person.
Yeah.
The
person who died, I guess the wife of the guy that died. I don't know. It was the family of the person that died.
Well, she was actually a radio personality there in Kansas City. The woman that did die. So if she gave $100,000 to just that family, I guess that's not that bad. But if the way I read it was she gave $100,000 to the victims of the shooting, and the victims of the shooting were 22 other people. And if you divide,
I think it's just to the family.
Well, that's
so
even rude.
Maybe maybe you think that's a little better. I personally don't, only because I see what her net worth is, and that kind of, just like all right, this is a totally different topic, but how Oprah set up like some GoFundMe or whatever it is for people to donate to Maui. Well, you're a goddamn a trillionaire and use your money. Why are you making the poor soul pay for this stuff? I have a thing about this,
Damn Skippy.
So to me, 100,000, if you said $250,000 or $500,000, because, technically, what's $100,000? I mean, I know you can do good with it, but it's really not. It doesn't.
Go ahead. Just yap it up.
If this was like the only thing that she donated to all year, I would say, yeah, maybe that was a little amount, but she's probably donated how many millions of dollars this year? I'm guaranteeing she probably. Lady was on a radio show. I guarantee you she knew her because she plays her music probably. So she probably had some kind of tie and was maybe not even obligated to give anything. Why is she at all? Nobody else stepped up and gave anything. Now we're going to blame her for only giving that much. Whoa. Why don't we blame anyone else for not giving anything?
Whoa. Let's back up a little bit.
I wanted to hate her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I look at some of this. Look, I'm bad. All right. Take me out of this topic. She donated $30,000. Let's see.
Oh, well, during the football stuff, I really wanted to hate her, so I dug in a little bit about her. Did you know she stays after like 2.5 hours after every single show she does, just so she can talk to almost every single person that's there?
Oh, okay.
Does that sound like anyone else said, or the people that just want attention? She's really not that bad of a person. Do I think she probably sold her soul because she's in Hollywood? Yeah, I do. Look at the people she surrounds herself with at the Super Bowl. The ladies flashing devil signs all day.
And she's doing shots all night. I'm sorry.
Well, come on. We're 20s. How old is she?
She's 35.
If they followed me with a camera, I'm sure they'd be like, wow, how's this guy even on this? Who's even listening to this guy?
Yeah.
He did some stupid things in his life. I sure did. I'm glad I didn't have a camera.
So now here's the thing. But she gave $250,000 to Keisha. So I guess what it is I'm looking at everything that she's done. I'm not a fan of hers. So, and I know many people are with it because they go to the concerts, mothers and daughters. Yeah. But I guess, she did pledge in 2016 $1 million to Louisiana flood relief. So she's doing 2017. But again, I look at things and I say, what is that part of your net worth? That's like me donating $50. Sorry.
Well, sure.
I'm a bitch. I will say it. I'm a bitch.
You could be Oprah and just wait for a natural disaster and buy up all the land.
And then do a GoFundMe.
Claude, if you're listening, she called herself a name. When you go watch replay, she called herself a bitch. We didn't have to do it for you. Mama Joe called herself a bitch.
I called myself a bitch.
Was that a comment?
I'm telling her husband that we didn't have to do it for him, or he doesn't have to do it either. Anyways, we're kind of getting close to the end here. So why don't we do this? We're going to address some of the comments that we've been getting from the audience. We're going to open up the phone line. I put the number there on the screen, 716-218-3825. If you want to call in live, you have any questions, comments, or banter that you want to include here in our conversation, you're more welcome to call in. Go ahead and do so now. If you have any comments, we are going to field some of them now. I saw a whole bunch here.
There was somebody commenting about my coach, and I don't really appreciate it.
So we have a few messages here from Facebook users. So I don't really know who it is. This is, hi guys, I'm watching. I wish I felt better. Hope or having the flu is no fun. Still have a fever too. Really sorry that you're not feeling well. And then there was same message from another Facebook user. Coach Andy reminds me of the diabetes guy from the commercials. Yeah, he does actually. I got diabetes. And then then there was a compliment here for Todd by Scott Adams. T.O. is spot on about grounding. Real science behind that. So there you go, T.O. You got your...
I did a video on grounding actually on my Real Talk page.
You got something right.
And no, it's a real thing.
I'm sure it is. I guess.
It is scientific too.
Hey, fucking forget about it.
It brings you one with the earth.
Sometimes this just means forget about
That's
it.
why the ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Remember the old nursery rhymes? They mean something.
They sure do.
They do.
Do you know them by heart?
Some of them.
Which one?
Row, row, row your boat. That's huge.
That's a nursery rhyme?
Do that live. Do it
No,
really?
I don't remember it all. Row, row, row
You
your
just
boat
said you
gently
did.
down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream.
Very good.
That's,
Wow, man. You're pretty good.
that's deep.
Yeah.
This has been a
Life
deep
is
show.
a
Deep.
dream.
I'm going to have to take the
Life
big
is but a
poop
dream
later.
because it is what you make of it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I didn't want this life for you, right?
Well, dreams,
Life is but a dream.
you got all something. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of dream analysis people out there, but they mean something. You dream for a reason.
Does.
I-
Yes, you do. That's your subconscious coming to your conscious.
And it sucks working nights because you don't have dreams. And
Yeah.
marijuana
Even when you're
smokers,
sleeping, because it's
What?
marijuana suppresses your dreams. And then when you try to quit, and when you do quit, you have crazy dreams.
well, you know,
Wow.
that's so funny because I did that. That's very true. I've actually been dreaming a lot recently, but only in the morning.
That
But
you
it's
have
your
that already.
subconscious going to your conscious, or at least that's what Freud says.
Freud? Floyd?
Sigmund.
Floyd?
He was a little bit smarter than me.
I wasn't the smartest man, but I know what love is, Jenny.
Jenny. Jenny.
Jenny.
Huh?
I might not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Forrest Gump. That was a great
Oh
movie.
goodness, that's right.
Forrest Gump, man. He ruled. The best part of that movie is when he's sitting on the bench and that guy laughed at him. Oh, yeah. You're the owner of Bubba Gump. And he goes, I got a picture of Lieutenant Dan. He opens it up. It's the fucking Forbes magazine. That lady's like, oh, boy. Great
I
movie.
watched a great movie yesterday.
Oh, no. Which one? Was it?
You're
real?
in it.
I'm in it?
You remind me of that poor kid.
Oh, shit.
Stand By Me movie.
Oh, that was a great movie.
I like
That's
the
an
song.
oldie.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do I remind you of?
I don't want to say.
Just say it.
The guy whose father didn't pay any attention to him.
Well, my father paid attention to me.
Well, he said he thought his father hated him.
Too much.
My father kicked the shit out of
He
me.
thought his father hated him and ignored him.
Well, my father does hate me, so I guess
Well, there you go.
we're out of sync there. My
That's a
father
great
hates
movie.
me, and he does watch these shows, and I don't hate him. I feel bad for him, actually.
Never hold hate.
I don't. I feel bad that he's so angry. Kind of like that gentleman that we had to.
Oh, so let's ask you about forgiveness when you said don't hold hate.
Ooh, Joann, we're getting deep.
Well, okay.
This shit is getting. We're gonna have to put some sad ass music on from Dirty Dancing.
Right?
Ultimate forgiveness
She's like
means,
the wind of my dreams.
and this is what a lot of people who have died and looked into the face of Jesus said. Notice how straight of a face I can say that with.
That's your great smile, Tio. Love
Yeah,
that smile.
Dead on believe this. Where are we going with this now? I
don't
lost
know, man.
myself
You're
in
handy.
Jesus.
You got the parking spot behind you.
Hold on a second. What were we saying?
You're gonna
What
start-
forgiveness? Okay.
You're gonna start talking in
Okay.
tongues over here.
No. What I was going to say is this.
Oh shit.
That people have said that the look they've gotten when they've crossed to the other side.
Oh, how do you know this?
I've listened to people who have crossed over and then come back to life. Many people die or are pronounced dead,
Mm-hmm.
go wherever the heck they go, and then come back to life. And these are just their
And
stories.
near
I don't
death
know. I'm not going to call them a liar. I'm just going to take it for what it is. So, and if all these people are saying the same thing, quite like Bigfoot, I can't believe that everyone's a liar. I believe you. Some people lie. Everyone, I have a hard time believing that. So somebody in there has to be telling the truth. So anyways, what forgiveness means to me
Oh boy.
is
This sounds like a
Total-
kindergarten project.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot about anything you ever did. I have no recollection of it at all.
Oh.
That means you are at peace. You don't have to think about what I'm or anything. It just means total forgiveness. And
Forgiveness or forgetness?
both.
Oh.
Because in order to totally forgive, you have to forget.
That's
And you
right.
have to let it go.
That's
And you
right.
can't even let it creep up. You have so
Mm.
that's what the feeling that these people say that they have received. And I understand what that means. What that means.
Okay.
I don't know if that's spiritual or not or whatever you want to say.
Well,
That's the gospel of Todd.
It's the gospel.
Hallelujah. I gotta come back at him though. I do.
Go ahead.
because-
Yeah, you can. Because a lot of
Listen.
people don't believe in anything. That's
No,
fine.
I do. I believe in forgiveness. Okay. I have forgiven people for things they've done to me. And, I've forgiven myself for things I've done to people. But you never truly forget.
You're not God.
I'm not saying I'm God, but I have
He does.
So he tells me I should forget, or I.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the
supposed to forget.
That's the difference of
I
when
don't-
of
It
this.
is. Yeah,
What church? To the Latter-day Saints of FLDS?
No, I'm
or
just
some
telling
shit?
you what people have said, and that's this is my own thing. I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if this is true
All
or
right, I
not.
don't-
You can
I
believe
didn't
what
mean
you
to-
want.
I didn't mean to dig on you. If you're really religious, and I'll pray
Well,
with
no,
you.
I was raised Catholic, like I said, but I lost
I
faith
just-
in the church when they started doing terrible things to children, and I haven't been able to bring myself to go back.
Okay.
That's where I stand
Oh.
with religion. Do I believe that it was Jesus's or God's fault? No, because everybody here has a
Choice.
choice. So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not trying to
Wow.
punish God or Jesus. I talk to a higher being often. to
I
be
feel
honest.
like I actually touched a nerve.
Well,
Jesus.
no, you didn't. I'm just explaining. It's fine, and I believe no people have the right to not believe at all, which is fine.
I believe there's a higher power out there, and I have my reasons for not believing in a specific person because again I have a family member that's supposedly a minister of 60 years who won't even talk to me. And to me, I'm a person that's supposed to translate the message from God to the people and part of God, part of God's plan, whatever, a man of God.
Mm-hmm.
When you can't talk to your own family member when they're at their darkest moments in life, that to me is a problem. And that makes me not believe in that portion of religion.
Well, Jesus was a real person. Joann, being Jewish, knows that, but
Sure.
but there's a difference of opinion on who he was.
Right.
Yeah.
Very
But-
different.
Boom. Shakalaka.
So,
Yeah.
Damn.
Boom chakalaka. But
T.O. did some homework.
but at the end of the day, both believe that there is a higher being.
yes.
There is.
They just don't
Higher
think Jesus
power.
was the messenger.
I feel
of
like
God.
going to an AA meeting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bust out the Serenity prayer, get my coin, and get the fuck out.
Hey, I live by that serenity prayer. We all should.
I used to, and then I finally graduated.
but I
Give me
like
my 2-minute
those-
coin, and I dipped.
And again, with Sasquatch, you want to know? Here's a cool thing.
Oh boy,
You go back to hieroglyphics and
Whoa.
paintings on walls
you are coming up some
and
words.
Indian paintings. Okay, they painted. There's not one other animal or thing on that wall that you can say this thing didn't exist. Not one. They don't just go painting around anything. They painted things that they saw, that they knew were there. That's why, again, to me, whether it's from this planet or whatever they want to say, or they just decompose without you being able to see them, I don't know what the hell the deal is. Okay, but that's another point. Why would they just draw that thing? Why wouldn't they just draw a long giraffe with a fucking goddamn? Why are they drawing that everywhere on different places of the world? And no fake other than that drawing dragons. They're not drawing anything else. They're all Indian people believe in it too. Call it
Sure.
the man in the woods. You don't go out there when he's out there.
What, a man in the
They
woods?
said, yeah, a lot of people say they lure you in by babies crying. It sounds like a baby crying and tries to lure you in.
Oh,
I don't know.
Tommy
Don't,
D.
don't get me into this because there's no, obviously there's no one's ever seen or caught one or anything, but
well,
these are things that I've researched and learned and found interesting.
man, you're making me want to go to church now and see if I burn up in
Well,
flames.
explain to
walking
me,
in.
why would that drawing be on every place?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
I'm not
know.
a
It's weird, right?
archaeologist.
It's weird, right?
It is weird.
It's weird. There's no other explanation other than they must have seen it.
He might have.
Well, giant Capithecus or whatever the hell his name was,
What?
that giant ape. I mean, we have proof that there was a ginormous
King Kong?
King Kong that lived. We have the. I mean, it's called what? Giant. I forget it. I was almost right. It's like Giantopithecus or something. I mean, it actually lived. Some people think that it's an offspring of that, but I and some other people think it's more human-like.
He said King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong. He was huge. Great movies, Godzilla versus King Kong.
That is, well,
Reminds me of that comedy movie where that Bobcat was dressed up in that suit and he's destroying that Chinese village. And he's dressed up as Godzilla. Remember that? What was that called?
I don't know, man.
Oh my god.
You lost me.
That was Demi Moore's first movie.
Oh, she's hot.
It was her first movie. I think it was called Summertime or Summer. We watched it once, you and I.
Really?
Yeah, I told you about it.
I don't remember.
Great movie. Great
Wow.
part of that movie. Bobcat's hilarious.
I liked her in G.I. Jane. Oh, that. Wow, she was hot. Navy SEAL chick. Woo. I like the strong girls, man. I like,
Ah, I
like,
Pink.
well, Pink's hotter than Demi Moore, but would take-
Really? I think Demi Moore's hotter than Pink.
I'll take them both.
Okay.
I would, I'm almost considering polygamy at this point,
Mm.
because then I would be able to like say, you know what, you're being a bitch tonight. I'm going to go next door. And I could, move around and I'd get my wash done 3 times faster if I had 3 wives. There's
You
bonuses.
could start
to
your
that.
own church then.
I don't need a church.
Well, then you could, if you start a church, you can pretty much, you have immunity.
Immunity.
Yeah, you could make anything your sacrament.
Wow. You got some knowledge.
Yeah.
You did
That-
your homework.
That's why a lot of those sickos open up churches.
You're impressing the hell out of me.
That's right.
too. I think he's going to be taking over the hosting of this gig.
No, I can't do that.
Well, why not?
I'm trying to find Demi Moore's first movie. I really wanted to know. Can't find it. Doesn't matter now. It doesn't
St.
matter.
Elmo's Fire?
Nobody.
Yeah.
No, it's like summertime or
There you
summer
go.
something.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tio.
I just want to read more comments about me
Tom-
being
Tom-
spot on.
Tom
Is there
got
any more of
excited.
those?
Tom
Tom
got
got excited.
excited.
How about Top Gun?
I love Top Gun.
Oh,
Demi
God.
Moore wasn't in that.
No,
No.
she wasn't in that.
No,
No.
I thought somebody said Top Gun.
No, but the blonde was hot in that, especially when she had the hat on in the elevator. I was like, woo.
That guy's 5'6" and
Kelly
has a lot of fun.
McGillis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
she-
now you should see her.
Yeah,
Anyway,
she's like 400
that's mean of
pounds
me.
and she looks like a whale. That's why they didn't bring her back for Maverick.
that's right.
She's
Right.
well, she's ugly,
looks
but
terrible.
she got
Oh,
fat.
it's sad.
She even,
Come on, she was gorgeous.
she even
Very
said, she
sad.
goes, when they asked her, why did they call you to come in for that movie? She said, hell no. She goes, I'm fat and old now. She knows. But
Well, that
during
was good. She said that. It's so sad.
it is, but that movie, I'll tell you, man, that movie, I can watch that movie every night. If I feel like, I don't know, I just like that movie. I like the sex scene.
Her first movie was called One Crazy Summer
Whoa. That's when she
Oh.
goes,
with Bobcat.
wow. Good for
Somebody
you.
else was in that. John McCain or
You know how
something.
to use schmoogle?
Oh, John Cusack. That was one of his first movies
Wow.
too.
Oh,
Wasn't he in the movie with your kids?
yes, he was. I know him well.
Huh,
Movie 2012.
that's interesting.
Cusack, main actor. He was a
He
hero.
is
Hmm.
He was a hero in that movie.
In 2012? Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
He drove a plane.
No, he didn't drive the plane.
Well, he drove a car into the plane or something.
He drove the car out of the plane.
Out of the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Well,
know, it's like when I saw the script of that film, I said to my kids, "You're going to be screaming a lot."
Oh, there he is. T.O. is always spot on.
well, we have to tell him that.
Yeah.
We have to, yeah. That's
I earned this. Like I said, they don't just give these out. These are the people who tell the truth and then they call you crazy.
we
You
didn't
have to
call
earn
you-
one of these.
You have to earn it. State issued. We can get in trouble for that.
Wow.
We have an official handicap
Get
parking.
in trouble for a lot of things.
Well, you know what? I don't even care. Bring it.
I don't even care.
Ready, able, willing, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what Raw
We
does.
got our own Italian guy.
Yeah. We got.
Sicilian, even, not
Yeah.
even Italian.
Forget about it.
Forget about that
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah, we got our former retired hitman over here, Tommy
Oh
D.
God, I'm in trouble.
Yes.
You're not in trouble. The other ones are in trouble. Shit. I wouldn't want to mess with you. If you came at me going, hey, I want my fucking money, I'd be like, I'd be scared. I'd run. You got hairy arms, you're huge. You run like Fred Flintstone. Man, I'm fucking gone, man. I'm peacing out. You can chase me around for a few months until I can rob money to pay you.
Fred Flintstone went barefoot.
I'm just trying to live with good karma.
Hey, good karma's good.
You know,
See,
go
there
into
it
the
is.
next life with that, and you
Hey,
know,
hey.
take it with me.
Hey, forget about it. What'd you say, Teal? What
I said Fred Flintstone went barefoot.
Well, he was a caveman.
He also used his feet for brakes too.
He did. You never saw him at the foot doctor. No episode there.
He must have loved the Brady Bunch.
Why?
Well, because you like short lawns, and they had the perfect lawn in the back. They mowed their AstroTurf every time.
Did they?
Sure did.
You know, the first real mower I ever saw on a TV show was used by Lucy.
Lucy Ball.
Yeah, she had a sweet one.
No, Lucy didn't.
I have the picture of it on my Real Talk page.
Like when they moved to the suburbs.
Yeah, I think
did?
so.
Wow.
I have a photo of it, and she's there. She's got it,
No,
and it is sweet. It's an old one. She's I don't know.
When did Lucy and Ricky move to the suburbs?
Yeah.
At the end of the show.
Come on,
That's
smart
what
guy.
Claude and I used to call each other because we lived in Manhattan, and he still does. We still call each other Lucy and Ricky.
Lucy and Ricky. You know what my nickname is?
Ricky and Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last.
Hey boy.
Hey, boy.
What was the club that Ricky worked at?
Ricky.
Copacabana.
That's
It's at the
Copacabana,
See?
the hottest spot north of Havana.
Great.
Busted out. I don't know. Come on, Tio.
I
Bust
don't
out,
know any other words.
bust out some Aaron Neville.
No.
I don't know.
I had too many
Too many
too much
puffs.
hard cider.
Too much hard cider.
Yep.
You're gonna have diarrhea tonight.
That's all right.
Hard cider gives me diarrhea.
I just went shopping.
It's the best diarrhea ever, though. Hard cider is
Oh
good.
my God. Okay. Listen,
Hey,
time
listen.
to go.
You have sons. You've heard
Did
this
you
stuff
find- what-
before. Just take it easy over there, okay? Listen here, New York. We're upstate. We're higher than
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near New York.
Nowhere near New
No,
York.
you're nowhere near New York.
Poor players that come here thinking it's New York, and
Yeah.
like when Thurman did way back in the day.
Yeah. He was from Oklahoma, though.
I like Buffalo.
Buffalo is got
Every-
good food, I think.
Everybody
as well.
should love Buffalo.
My son flew us from Rochester to Buffalo.
It's just our taxes suck.
That's a 30-second flight.
No, it was about 40 minutes.
From Rochester,
Rochester to Buffalo, a half hour or something like that.
2 hours.
What?
No, it's an
So-
hour drive.
It's an hour drive.
Okay, so it was about a half hour. It was in one of these planes. Come on,
Jumper. Yeah.
in a prop plane.
You were in a puddle jumper.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for
Right.
you. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Probably landed at Prior Aviation at the time. It was
Ooh.
called Prior Aviation.
probably. Yep.
Probably
And it was a
called
nice little, aviation club. And then we went
Little
for
hangar.
lunch in
Little hangar.
Buffalo.
Little thing.
Remember that restaurant, Flying Tigers?
I sure do.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
I sure do.
Nice place.
Yeah. Some hot chicks worked at there.
I mean, I was
It
young.
was close to the strip bars. I didn't go to the strip bars, though. Not every day.
Sure.
Once in a while. I always,
The
once in a while.
truth comes out.
Well, I got dragged there. You can't beat them, join them. And they, friends are like, we're going. And
Please.
I don't want to be alone. And I go.
He asked for his paycheck in singles.
Well, that's what you do when you go to a strip bar. You do-
Now I just got that.
Yep.
Whoops.
And I'm not the asshole that goes up there and goes, they have to earn that fucking dollar
Wow.
because they're walking around to 400 guys at night. And if every guy every night gives them $10, no, I'll give them $1. And if they make me feel okay, then I'll give them another $1. And if they suck, I'll move to a table behind the stage and I'll move my way to the back and get told if I don't buy a drink, I got to leave.
Jeez.
That's how I roll.
What a cheapo.
Not cheapo. They make tons of money.
I don't even go because I know I'm cheap.
Deep pockets TO over here.
They'll throw
You
me right
think I still just give dollars? I have no idea. I would think, a dollar is like,
No,
I'm just
No.
window shopping.
you haven't gone to a strip club with me, Joanne. I don't play around.
no, I haven't. Listen,
I don't even have to go give them money. I can hide in the back table and there'll be 3 of them sitting on my lap just trying to be my best friend, telling me they're going to college and have a kid and no father.
It's better if you go with like 3 girls as opposed to like 4 other
No, they come
dudes.
over even worse.
Oh, it's better.
Well, then you got 3 girls that you came with that you definitely won't have anything to do with after you leave, and then you got 3 girls that you're not going to have anything to do with even if you stay. It's a lose-lose. You might as well just go with the dudes.
Let's negotiate.
No. Come in with a
Oh,
prenup,
God.
prenuptial to going to the strip bar. Sign here before I give you $1. Don't hit on my. I got in trouble once. My girlfriend said, "I'll go with you," and as soon as I went up to the stage, she got mad because the girl came over and took the dollar from me. She got mad.
You got it in your mouth.
I'm not going to disclose where it was. All I'm saying is, she said we could go, and the first second I went up, and she came over to me because all the guys that sit at the stage typically have no teeth and no chance of getting laid, and I come up there.
They got more money than you.
Well, no, they didn't. I come up showing $1 and they had like pennies laying in front of them. And she came right to me like, pow, like I didn't have to do anything. And next thing you know, I'm in a fight in the parking lot, verbally being attacked by my girlfriend who offered to take me to the strip bar.
Well, now you know what the pennies were for. Put them in a sock and started whacking you with them. Homie, don't play that.
All right. We're out of time here, everybody. This was great. Scott Adams, T.O. is always spot on with some things. I'm going to address, I had to address that. I'm sorry. He's not always spot on. He's just not.
You know what I do? I make you think.
God, all right. Well, me and T.O. have been going at it pretty good today. It was pretty good bantering. Tommy D got a good introduction to how this works here and how awesome we really are. And we do want to thank everybody for listening. The last couple of weeks has been blowing up. We're in the thousands and thousands of people following, listening, and everything. We do have a YouTube channel. I don't ever ask people to subscribe, but if you want to, that's fine. It's cool. Just go to RAWW. It's at RAWW Live. Joann, any last words? Do you have any last?
Peace be with you.
Peace. Wow.
Ooh,
Jedi.
strong.
Shalom. It was shalom. Shalom. Okay. Tio, what's your following? What's your leaving? You want to think about it? We'll get back to you.
You can have yours, and then I'll say one.
Tommy D, any closing thoughts since you've been so boisterous over there today?
It's been very educational.
You're like the guy.
No, when I go on vacation, I like to sometimes just sit and people watch. And to me, tonight was very interesting. Seeing you guys, your banter, and how you work the show, and I'm looking forward to opening up more.
Well, we hope so too, because the more you don't open up, the more nervous I'm going to get, because I feel like you're the Godfather over there waiting for me to fuck up and say something stupid.
Well, the Godfather was always the quiet one,
Right.
and he let the other guys take care of it,
Yeah, it's like that one movie, Goodfellas, where the boss never talked. He just never really talked.
Yeah,
he just kind of kept his mouth shut and.
Well, if they're talking, everyone's listening because they don't speak often.
True. Good point. You know a lot about the mob too. Wonder how.
Well, because the mob is not actually a totally 100% bad thing.
Oh boy,
it wasn't. The roots of it.
Well, that is
like the foundation
true.
Of it. What evil will always exist.
They were trying to protect some of the peasants were being exploited by a lot of these landowners and warlords.
Warlords.
It's just and that's what happened. But like with a lot of things, they get corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Human aspect comes into play.
Everybody's got a price.
Well, there you go.
Right.
I got a price. $4,000 ain't my price, Taylor Swift. Shove it up your ass.
Everybody
I want, give me some money.
They worked on fear, and everybody has a price.
If I pretend to like her for a few
that's
months,
what they're doing now. Oh my God. All right. We're going to get it.
Fear leads to anger. Yoda said that.
Yoda. Do your Yoda. You did that.
Fear leads to anger.
Oh, that's good.
That is good, Joann.
Oh my God. I love it.
I'm glad I smoked weed before this. This is great.
I mean, it's kind of a mix between that and the Mahomes. You can go from one to the other.
No, Yoda's good.
And then Kermit the Frog comes in.
Kermit. Good old Kermit.
Mm-hmm.
Can't discount Kermit.
I sense a little Aaron Neville in there too.
Aaron Neville. He don't know.
Hang on.
You got to kind of stutter a little bit.
We do have to.
Oh, her husband does voices. That's funny. Thank you.
We don't
appreciate it. I like voices.
Yeah, we don't have to do it long, but this is like our favorite part of.
Joann did say she sounded like Linda Ronstadt back in the day. We're going to have to put together a little duet one time.
A duet.
That sounds like a good idea.
See,
Got to be in
Don't
my
save
key.
it, Frankie, for a different show.
Well, I always want everybody to be aware of that one note that you can hit because it is pretty impressive.
Oh, that one. Oh.
You just gotta listen to this. This guy's amazing. I'm gonna put the camera on him.
Look at this love. Look at this love.
Oh, my face. What's
I
it
know
doing?
the years are showing.
Is this the Linda?
Look at this love. I
Set
still
that
don't know
on.
where it's going. I don't know much, but I know I love you.
So many versions.
That may be all I need to know.
All right, we'll leave you
Thanks,
alone now.
Frankie.
That was awesome, man.
3 people tuned out.
You said 3 people tuned out. You're fucking hilarious, man. Anyways, we've run out of time. Thanks everybody for being here. We'll be back here next Wednesday on the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And everybody, we do wish Tommy D, our newest family member here on RAWW Live, a good luck with the surgery. And I'll be over to grab some pain pills from you.
Thank you.
Make sure you tell me you want the oxycodone 25 milligrams.
Oh.
I'll take them babies off your hands, not a problem. And T.O., thanks for, I guess, being you and showing up and, filling that spot over there.
Oh.
Mama Joe, thanks for being mom of the show as always. It's been fantastic. Great first show with the final pieces of the puzzle here. And everybody that's been watching us, stay tuned. It's only going to get fucking better. Believe me when I tell you that. This is going to be Howard Stern's biggest challenge ever, to fight the people at the bottom trying to scratch at his toenails. We're here.
Yeah. Plus, we probably have the RAWW Live update show
Coming up soon in the next few weeks. We'll be doing an update show on the exclusive that we had here on the RAWW Live Show. So everybody out there, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Oh.